friends. I'm Allie. This is Yoga with Allie. And today we have a gentle on the knees yoga flow. So I know a lot of people have, maybe sensitive knees where they can't do most of the movements that you see in a traditional yoga class, so they're not able to attend. And I just really want to cater to everyone. So if you're having any trouble with your knees, this flow is super, super gentle on the knees. And as always, if anything does hurt or pinch during the flow, please honor and acknowledge your own body and come out of the pose. Find something that does feel good for you, and then just join us when you are ready. So I'll guide you through a practice. All you'll need for today's practice is a rolled up blanket or bolster if you have one, and at least one block. We'll begin practice on our back. So gently make your way to your back. You can bring the rolled up blanket underneath your knees. And we'll send the legs out long. Send the hands long right by the hips, fingertips to the heels. Just begin to settle into your mat here. Inhale through the nose, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, release. Again, inhale, fill. Open mouth, exhale, release, side out. Good, come back to the room, back to your body. Bring awareness to your feet. Flex the toes to your face. Go ahead and lift the right toes. Lift that foot, hover it 2 inches above the blanket. Notice how the quad begins to engage. Core is engaged, low back is flat on the mat. Good, feel the intensity, maybe a little bit of warmth and heat. Exhale, lower your heel down to the mat. Inhale, flex the left toes, lift the left foot, and hover 2 inches above the blanket. Notice the quad turn on, core is engaged, check in with the low back. Check in with the breath, big inhale in, exhale, inhale, fill, exhale, release your heel down to the mat. Gently spin the toes side to side. Just start to loosen up the back side body. Maybe spread the toes wide. Really just intuitively move with the body here. Inhale. Bring your knees up to parallel. Eventually send the toes high to the sky. Good. Interlace your hands behind your head. And we'll lower the right foot down as far as you can before you start to bend your leg. Meet your edge, and then go ahead and lift 2 inches, and then lower. Lift 2 inches, lower. Lift 2 inches, lower. Good. Inhale, send your right toes high. Exhale it all out. Same thing for the left side. So inhale, fill. Exhale, start to lower your left heel down as far as you can. Meet your edge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, bring all 10 toes high to the sky. Exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Hands catch underneath your thighs. Good. Notice a nice low back stretch. Maybe rock side to side to give your low back a massage. Really just moving nice and gently with the body. Inhale, when you're ready, roll to your favorite side. We'll press up to a seated pose, and we'll make our way through to tabletop. And go ahead and pull the blanket through and use that for your knees to get there. Makes it nice and gentle. Hands meet the mat, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Good. You can meet in down dog. Big generous bend in the knees here. Find it feels good. Maybe even play with the stance a little bit. Send the feet out wide. It's okay to try something on. If it doesn't feel good, just come back to what does. Eventually move that blanket aside. Inhale, send the gaze between the hands. Start to walk. Slowly, gently walk the feet up to meet the back of the wrists. Feet land at hip distance. Big bend in the knees. Inhale, slide the palms to the shins, halfway lift. Slide those shoulder blades back, down and away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold. Hands catch opposite elbows. Relax the head and the neck. Let the top half of the body hang heavy. Really let the belly rest on the thighs. Let them do a lot of the work. If that feels good and you want more, you can lift your tailbone high to the sky, but please be mindful of your knees. If it hurts, just come back out. If a gentle sways in your practice side to side, you can take that. Inhale, we come back to center. Release your hands to the mat. Rise up one vertebrae at a time. Crown of the head is the last to arrive. Inhale, send your shoulders high up. Exhale, peel them down your back side body. Inhale, circle sweep your hands overhead, palms come to touch. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center. Interlace your last 3 fingers, pointer and thumb stay long. Inhale, send your fingertips high to the sky. Think biceps by the ears. Exhale, bend and reach over to the right. Imagine as if it's a lift up and out of the pelvis and then a bend to the right. Think long, lengthy spine. Inhale, we rise up to center. Big breath in. Exhale, bend and reach over to the left. Good. Biceps squeezed by the ears. Proud chest. With every inhale, you fill. With every exhale, you reach just a little bit more. Inhale, rise up to center. Exhale, release your hands down to your low back. Take an interlaced grip, send your knuckles to the floor. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, big bend in the knees. Hinge at your hips and folds. Hands can stay there at your low back. If this feels good and you want a little more, continue on. Send the knuckles high to the sky. And settle in, find some stillness. Come back to the breath, big inhale in. Open up, exhale. Inhale, fill. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat with a big bend in the knees, then send your hands to your hips with a flat back rise up. Good. Step your left foot to the long edge of your mat. Feet will land wider than hip distance. Good. Inhale, send your fingertips long to the horizons. Exhale, take an interlace grip just like we did before. Send the knuckles to the floor. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Good. If this is too much on the knees, you can always come out, or if this bind is too much, release your hands to the mat. And you can always bring a block in, bring the floor up to you, really press through the palms, and then you'll have a more neutral spine that might feel better for you. As always, take what your body can do for you today. Meet yourself where you're at. Inhale, set your block aside if you have one. Big bend in the knees, hands come to the hips with a flat back. Squeeze those inner thighs together and rise up. Good. Send your right toes to the top of your mat. Send your left toes at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, send your fingertips long to the horizons. And then exhale with a soft, gentle bend. Begin to stack the right knee over the ankle. It doesn't have to be much, and be mindful of your knee, checking in every step of the way for warrior two with a shortened stance. The longer your stance, the more intensity on your knees. So if you need to shorten it, take what you need. Inhale, reach your fingertips long to the front wall in front of you. Flip your palms, send your right hand high. Left hand to your thigh, reverse warrior. Keep that generous bend in your front knee. Inhale, come back. Send your fingertips long, warrior two. Inhale, fill up, find length. Exhale, send your right forearm to your thigh. Left hand high, extended side angle. Make sure you're resting this forearm on your thigh, not dumping into it. Notice the difference, check in, make sure there's space between your ear and collarbone. Inhale, rise up to warrior two. Send all 10 toes back to the long edge of your mat. Spin your left toes to the back edge of your mat. Right toes come to a 45-degree angle. Inhale, fill, find length. Exhale, bend your knee to stack over your front ankle. Fingertips are long, reaching for the horizons. Inhale, reach forward, flip your palms, send your left hand high, right hand to your thigh. Reverse. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, send your left forearm to your thigh, right hand high, extended side angle. Inhale, rise up. Send all 10 toes to the long edge of your mat. Release your hands to your hips. Step your feet together and turn towards the top of your mat. Inhale, circle sweep your hands overhead. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center, hinge at your hips and fold. Release your hands to the mat. Step back to a high plank. And then we'll bring the blanket in. Awesome. Lower onto your knees for some added support. And then we'll roll onto one hip. Eventually bring your toes out in front of you. We'll lower down to our backs. Make sure you've got a block near. Soles of the feet come to the mat. And we'll lift the hips, slide the block underneath your low back, sacrum area.
Once you find a really supported position for the block, begin to send the knees to the ceiling if that feels good and you want a little more, continue on. Send the toes high to the sky for a supported waterfall. And this is a restorative pose, so just see if you can settle in, soak it in. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, slowly bring your feet back down to the mat. Lift your hips, slide the block out from under you and set it aside. With your soles of the feet still on the mat, send your right foot across your left thigh for a figure 4 stretch. You can stay here if that feels like enough. If you want more, lift your left foot to be parallel, think tabletop legs, and maybe you interlace your legs behind that left thigh. Shoulders can lift as well. Really just begin to check in with the breath. Notice if there's any tension, tightness, choppiness. Inhale, fill. Exhale, release your left leg down, release the right. Go ahead and windshield wiper the knees side to side. We'll go ahead and switch it out. Ground down through the right foot, send the left foot across the right thigh. You can stay here if that feels like enough of a stretch. If you want more, interlace your hands behind your thighs. Maybe go ahead and lift the shoulders off the mat. And everyone comes back to the breath. Big inhale in. Long, smooth exhale out. Inhale, fill. Exhale, release your grip. Send the right foot to the floor, followed by the left. Windshield wiper it out. When you're ready, roll over to your favorite side. Use your bottom arm as a pillow. And then use your top arm to press up to a seated pose. Hands can connect at the knees or together at heart center. Thank you all for allowing me to guide you through a practice. It is truly an honor. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thanks so much, friends, for practicing today. It is truly an honor. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video and then drop a comment. Let me know how you liked it. If you have any questions, concerns, or feedback, I'm here for it all. All right, we'll see you on your mat real soon.